It's cold, really cold, and windy, so you won't believe what these folks do. What? A carnival in the middle of winter? Why are these people wearing strange hats? Where are you? What's wrong with this guy?
Where would people be without places to enjoy? And what would a place be like without the unique and interesting people that give it character? This is People and Places with Perry.
We're here at Houghton Lake in Tip-Up Town, USA. We're on our way in to see the annual polar bear dip. That's where they cut a hole in the ice, and people are actually jumping in there with bathing suits on, if you can believe that. Very cold out today and extremely windy. So why don't you come on with us and we'll check out Tip-Up Town, USA and that big polar bear dip. When we arrived at Tip-Up Town, USA, the temperature was below 20, with winds gusting over 50 miles per hour. So the first rule of Tip-Up Town, you gotta dress warm.
Come on in a little closer. Come on in a little closer, because this is going to be judged by your applause.
They get up here on the stage, they call their honey any way they can without any profanity, and if they win a prime rib dinner for two. It goes by applause from the audience, whatever we can get, you know.
So it can be loud, it can be soft, it can be sweet.
A couple of years ago we had a lady come up here, all she did was hold her finger out and went like this, and her husband come right to her. So they can do anything they want, but swear.
All right, we're going to see if we can get some of these guys to do it then.
Oh yeah, they'll have fun with it.
All right, we got a guy here that's going to try calling his honey. What's your first name?
Chris?
Chris, can you call real loud?
Oh yeah.
How far away is your honey?
Burton, Michigan.
In Burton, Michigan.
She'd probably hear me.
That's about 2.5 hours from here. What's your first name, sir?
Dave.
Dave, where are you from?
Harrison.
Harrison. Your honey in Harrison right now?
Oh, she's right over there.
You're not going to have to call too loudly, are you?
Nope.
First name?
Jerry.
Where are you from, Jerry?
Grayling?
Grayling. Is your honey back in Grayling?
No, she's in California.
This man's really going to have to hoot and holler.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a loud one, don't you know?
Well, I'm up here in the honey calling line now.
Would you like to get in the color?
I guess I have to call my honey.
Give me a call, huh? All you gotta do is
Yeah. Anyone have a phone?
Oh, God.
The first one will be number one.
That's a good place to start. I say we always should start with the number one. What do you say, Chris?
That's always a good start. Yeah.
For such a noisy art, these guys are sure soft-spoken, laid back, and friendly.
Jennifer! Bring me some more minnows!
All right. Number four.
Kathy! Come on home!
Okay, number six.
Where are you?
Number eight.
I feel like I'm in a police lineup at the North Pole.
Hey, honey, where's the toilet paper?
Looks like we've got a tie then, right? Or what's the deal here? Huh? It's a big call-off. A big call-off now. Big honey call-off.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Honey, where are you?
All right. Okay.
Sounds like the guy's dying.
How about this one? How about this guy? Oh my God.
Well, Bill from Sterling Heights, Michigan took it with a whine and a groan. Tip-Up Town, USA. It's the largest winter festival in Michigan, and you'll meet people from all over the Midwest. We'll be right back. Now here's a sight you won't see very often. Tip-Up Town, USA, and Houghton Lake is pretty much snowmobile heaven. Well, we were able to round up Parker Seiler here, who is one of the snow sculptors up here, and Parker has had a rough time of it this last week because of the changing weather, rain and snow and cold and warm, and Parker, how many times have you redone your sculptures?
Well, a number of times over the years. We got wiped out last Thursday with 54 degrees temperature.
Well, you've got the winter back now. There's no doubt about it. Were you out here last night kind of touching things up?
I was over on the one I was doing on 55, and I just touched it up this morning. But we run into this too often.
Yeah. You from the area for a long time, or?
I've been in the area a long time. In fact, I built the first one for them back in 1961.
So you've been like the official snow sculptor up here for quite a while.
Well, I have been, yes. This year, in recent years, they've had a number of people that are doing it. But I've been around longer than any of them. But I've done sculptures in a number of other places also.
Where at, around the state?
Well, around the state, Boyne Mountain, and 9 years I went to St. Paul Winter Carnival. And I've done it in Colorado and New Hampshire. It used to be a hobby of mine to travel around and do these.
So this is your art, or do you sculpt with anything else besides snow?
No, that's the art. I kind of got into it when back in the 50s, I got one of my sculptures, a 24-foot swan in Life magazine. And that kind of gave me a boost to get going with it.
I guess we'll never see you retiring to some warm place like down in Florida or anything, huh?
No, not during this time of the year.
It's freezing cold, it's windy, but nobody seems to care, and everyone is having a great time. Tip Up Town, USA sure lifts you out of those winter doldrums. Forget the helicopters, monster trucks, snowmobiles, or anything with a motor. These kids were having a ball with just an ice-covered slide. Hey, this looks like so much fun. They ought to have a big one for us adults. During Tip Up Town, USA, the population of Houghton Lake grows from around 11,000 to about 60,000 every weekend. Tip Up Town, USA started as an ice fishing festival back in 1951. Today it's that and a whole lot more. You know, some activities draw a crowd even when it's cold.
Well, we walked over here to where they were running the chainsaws. Picked up the card here. It says Ken Shalau's Sculpturing and Saw Sharpening. Found Ken and Denny. Denny, what's your last name?
Denny Maher from Howell, Michigan.
Denny from Howell, Michigan. And Ken, where are you from?
West Branch, Michigan.
So how long have you been doing this stuff, Denny?
I've been about 5 years.
5 years. Now you're working on this Indian behind us, correct?
Yeah, just finished them. Yeah, needs a few little touches, but I'm about done with them.
All right, and Ken, we noticed, was working on this. It looks like a hawk or an eagle behind us.
It's over here.
Oh, you moved it on us, right here, down low.
It's a little Black Hawk.
So a carving about that size takes anywhere from a half hour to a couple, 3 hours?
Right. Depends on how much detail you want to put into it and everything like that.
Now what do? Do you stain them or anything afterwards, or just leave them natural?
You leave them natural for a while, and then I put a sealer on them when they dry out a little bit. Keeps them from cracking a little bit.
Okay, you kind of the same kind of seal you'd put on, say, wood in the siding of a house, or?
Yeah, I've turpentine and Thompson water sealer and linseed oil. Mix it all together with some stain. And
Ken, you mentioned something about scorching them.
Right, with a propane torch, you just scorch in what you want dark or shaded differently, like the backside of the deer here or stuff like that, or the penguins. Anything you want to put a little color to, you just take a torch and scorch it.
Well, guys, they look great. Thanks for giving us a few minutes. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you. Right here's one I've been working on. I got it cut off real nice and flat. I think I'll finish it in a couple of years. Looking good, though. Oh, he smelled something cooking. I guess Tip Up Town is not just rides, helicopter rides, carnival rides, fish. It's also food, huh?
That's right.
What's your first name, sir?
Earl.
Earl, what's this cooking here? Turkey?
We got turkey legs on right now. This is a buffalo hut. We handle buffalo meat mainly. Buffalo burgers, buffalo brats, buffalo chili, buffalo stew.
You're not giving us a whole lot of bull, are you?
Oh, no, not a lot of bull. Well, hey, but these are buffalo ears.
Buffalo ears?
Buffalo ears.
Yeah.
More people and places next.
This lady trying to hold down her wares. She's Nanook of the North for sure. What's your first name?
Tammy.
Tammy, did you guys make these hats?
Yes, we make them all. We've been doing Tip Up Town for 9 years, but it seems like 18 because it's 2 weekends.
So what are they made out of?
They're made out of all different types of fur. Red fox, gray fox, raccoon, possum, silver fox, mink, you name it, lamb, otter. There are all sorts of different furs.
And then we're talking about the real thing here.
The real thing, that's right.
How long does it take you to make one of those hats?
Physical labor, since I tan the fur myself, takes 5 to 6 hours from start to finish. That's from the trapper to me to the public.
Now, what's the name of your company?
Tammy's Taxidermy.
Boy, that's real creative.
I know.
Where are you located, Tammy?
I hate to say this, but I'm from Ohio.
From Ohio?
Napoleon, Ohio.
What's going on here?
Well, people in Michigan are the only ones that wear hats. They're the only people with good taste.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see too many people walking around Cleveland with one of these hats on.
No, people just don't think.
Well, we're walking around. Most everybody here is fairly cold, except this guy. Because he's selling the kind of hat you'd probably only find, other than Tip Up Town, in Russia.
Correct.
What's the deal on these hats? And your first name, sir?
My name is Gravy.
Gravy?
Gravy.
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 You weren't a product of the 60s, were you?
Wavy Gravy? No, that's who I was named after, actually. Wavy Gravy, hog farm fame. No, we make all these hats in Kalkaska. They're sheepskin. This is our first year at Tip Up Town. Boy, are we happy. It's worked out great for us.
Yeah, nice windy day. That'll sell some hats, huh?
It's perfect hat weather.
Now, what are these hats made out of?
All the hats we make are made out of sheepskin. We do sell some rabbit mittens and rabbit hats. We don't make those, but we do make all the sheepskin slippers and hats and that kind of thing.
Well, what's the name of your company?
Kalkaska Trading Company.
So you just do mainly hats? Or I see some mittens here, so you do...
We mainly make hats, we make mittens, we make sheepskin products, but here at Tip Up Town we're selling rabbit mittens, rabbit fur trappers, sheepskin trappers, and that kind of thing.
How long does it take you to make a hat like this one you have on?
Hard to say. It could go anywhere from a few hours to a day, depending how elaborate. This hat I have on maybe might take us 2-3 people working at it about 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours.
And they keep you real warm?
Sheepskin's the warmest thing you can have in your head. Yeah.
Besides that red beard, huh?
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
Thanks, Gravy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Well, Section 3 of the bylaws of Tip Up Town, USA clearly states the purpose of the Village on the Ice is to promote bigger lies, hilarity, tomfoolery, and goodwill.
So what are your primary duties as mayor?
Just making sure everybody's having fun. That's the main part of my job.
Any complaints today?
None. The only thing is we got lots of wind. We don't need that wind.
Yeah, the wind's been playing havoc with us, but it's been a lot of fun. I'll tell you, I had no idea we'd see this many people here today.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got lots of people. Anybody wants people, we got them for sale.
You know what else you have a lot of? Snowmobiles.
We got lots of snowmobiles, and we got our snow back. That's what we needed mostly, was our snow.
Well, these people here are thinking spring. The hydro bike. You know, you've been pedaling out here a long time, guy, but you're not getting anywhere.
Nope, not too far yet, but goes pretty good in the summertime, though.
You making any sales today?
No, I got a lot of people interested in it, though. Everyone can't wait till spring so we can get out there and play in the water with it.
Well, see, you're set up in the wrong spot. You need to get your clothes off, put your bathing suit on, and go dump this in that big polar bear dip hole over there in the ice and get in the water.
I'd like to, but it's not big enough. This thing goes so fast, you just run out of room.
Remember Mom and Dad saying something about not jumping in the lake in the middle of the winter just because everyone else did?
In a row. All right. Hey! We're standing in line at the polar bear dip. Suntan lotion! With a bunch of crazies. You guys ready to go in? Where are you from?
From Ludington.
Ludington. Where are you from?
Harrison.
Harrison. Where are you from? Where are you from? Montrose. Montrose.
Just named Michigan.
Bay City. Where?
Higgins Lake.
Higgins Lake. Look at this. She's got a bikini top on.
Michigan.
Guamo. Barrett. Have any of you guys ever done this before? Where are you guys from up here?
I am from Bowling Green, Ohio, and I love it. Yes, I'm going to Ohio.
Two people from Ohio. Where are you from?
Houghton Lake.
Houghton Lake. All right. Got a couple of cannonballs here. All right. We just saw two belly flops and two cannonballs. Good technique on that cannonball. Where are you from, guy?
We're Saginaw, Michigan, Doug Peak.
All right, man.
Thank you.
You cold?
Yeah, free.
A couple of guys there from Ohio, I believe, did cannonballs. Hey, guy, what's your first name?
Randall.
Randall, where are you from?
Toledo.
Nice Toledo cannonball.
Rock and roll.
You know, when you're standing only 2 feet away, it's still unbelievable. It's January, below zero wind chills, and they're jumping through a hole in the ice to swim. Something is wrong here.
Perfect. Wonderful time out here. Gorgeous day. The sun came out. Perfect for polar bear dipping.
So what do you say? Is this like one of the best years for polar bear dipping?
This is probably our best year. We probably dumped 200.
200 dippers.
200 dippers. We got soft water in there and we got hard water up on top.
You know, I'm seeing people, but I'm thinking lemmings.
Just standing in line this long would be enough to freeze a normal human being.
This goes way beyond having a thick skin.
Come on, guys, do it again!
I guess the water just wasn't cold enough for these guys.
Now we're talking serious craziness. This is Marshall Beach Bum Bob, according to the sticker. Hey, Bob, you're looking pretty good today.
Oh, thanks. It's cold out here today.
Well, what do you think about all these dippers?
They're crazy.
Have you done it?
No.
You plan on doing it?
I don't have enough. Someday. Not this year.
Now, what do you judge exactly?
We judge dance contests. We judge the contest here for the kids on the stage. And just arrest people, no badges, and just make sure everybody has a good time.
Sounds like a winner. Well, nice talking with you.
Thank you.
What's your first name?
Scott.
Where are you from, Scott?
Adrian, Michigan.
You're not cold?
Not yet.
It was well worth it.
It was excellent. It was excellent. Good year for it. My first.
My first, but not my last.
People and Places will continue.
All right, we're standing in front of the booth where you buy the Tip Up Town badges. Now, we heard that a gentleman has been buying the #1 badge here for a number of years, and I guess that first badge gets auctioned every year, and I think he spent about $2,500 on it this year, right?
That's right. Over at the kickoff party, he spent $2,500 for it.
And what's your name, sir?
I'm Don Palm.
How long have you been selling these Tip Up Town badges?
Well, I've been for about 3-4 years now. My daughter's in head of this, selling badges. Me and my wife go down and take our turn selling.
Now, what's the deal? If you want to win some prizes, you have to have a badge. That gets you registered?
That registers you for the grand prize drawing, which is the snow machine. There's a TV, color TV. There's a VCR, weekend trip, and different things. And you have to have the badges to get into the beer tent.
Do you need to be present to win?
No, not for the grand prizes, no.
Are you selling a lot of badges?
We just got another batch back in. We've been a couple times. We run out. I had to go back and find some more for us to sell.
Well, what are they running this year?
$2.
$2. Well, that sounds like a deal to get a chance at winning a snowmobile or a color TV or whatever. I'll tell you what, I'll take a couple of them.
Alrighty, that's $4.
You got it, buddy. Thanks. All right, the guy that made it possible for us to be down here today is this guy right here, Bob Cronin. He's the director from the Chamber of Commerce, kind of running the show down here, and Bob's going to give us a kind of a overview of what's going on. What's happening down here today, Bob?
We run this thing, as you know, every year on the 3rd and 4th weekends in January. As you can see, it's very successful. We have a lot of people here. We have Well, you can see the monster truck running out behind us. You just had the polar bear dip, which is fantastic.
I didn't see you in there, though.
No, you won't see me in there.
Have you ever done that?
No, I never have. Probably
Chicken.
never will, neither. Yeah. We have a radar run out this morning, which we did, but the wind kind of blew us off the lake there. It just got too bad for that.
Now, for non-snowmobilers, what is that, a radar run?
Well, that's where a person races their machine, and then they're clocked with the radar, and they go 1,000 feet just to see how fast your machine will go.
How fast do you get on some of those machines?
I think today we had one about 100 miles an hour.
Holy smokes, but you had to shut it down because of the blowing snow?
Exactly, yeah. If it's not safe, we're not going to do it. It's, when you can't see in a track that, too glary, so we just closed it right down.
Now, the noise we hear in the background must be that monster truck.
That's the monster truck, right. We have free rides for everybody on the monster truck up here.
So you just go get in line?
Just go get in line, get on the truck, and take a free ride, yeah.
What about that helicopter we see flying around?
Helicopter, they charge $10 a ride. It takes you up, buzzes around for a few minutes. I don't know how the hell they're even flying today, but
he's flying, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do a nice job. We have skydivers, but unfortunately today the weather didn't cooperate for that.
Well, it's sure cooperating though for everything else.
Oh, yeah.
For a winter festival, you can't ask for more winter weather than this.
You got that right. Yeah.
If you're looking for lots of winter fun, make sure you keep the last 2 weekends in January open because there's nothing quite like Tip Up Town USA. For more information about Houghton Lake or Tip Up Town USA, call the Houghton Lake Chamber of Commerce at 1-800-248-LAKE. That's 1-800-248-LAKE. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching People and Places. I'm Harry Wright. Your ideas for future shows are welcome. Just drop us a line at P.O. Box 310082, Flint, Michigan, 48531-0082.